Go for it.
You have the main ID.
You have a main ID. I think very important is to not logging between them.
Hi guys, my name is Derek, the Bybit Web3 evangelist from Bybit. And today we have a very interesting live stream with us today. We have very cool guests. We are going to dive in all the new upcoming trends that you need to watch if you are in the Web3 space, which I think you all are, because otherwise you wouldn't see this live stream. Very cool topics. We're going to talk about player, pump player, BLINKS, and meme coins. I mean, who doesn't love meme coins these days? I think you all know what PvP is. It's basically player versus player in the crypto space. And if you maybe don't know what it is, then we will explain to you this later. In this live stream, I'm not going to do it alone. Luckily, I have very cool and interesting guests with us. And the first guest I would love to introduce is Nathan Thompson. And Nathan is my colleague. Nathan, are you with us?
How's it going?
Hey Nathan, how are you doing? Can you give the audience a very short introduction on who you are and what do you do?
Yeah, hi, I'm Nathan Thompson. I am Bybit's lead tech writer, and I also work on the PR team. And I've been, you know what, I actually bought Bitcoin back in 2011. And sold, yeah, 2011.
Why are you not on a yacht in Monaco right now, Nathan?
Because I sold it after 20x in 2014. I paper-handed. What can I say?
Yeah, but after 20x, is it still paper-handing?
Well, I only had like about 5 or 6 Bitcoin. You see, I bought for $7 each, and then I sold them for about $250 each, something like that.
Wow!
So at the time, I
Who
thought I was winning.
You that early?
I just found out by myself. I had a friend who was mining it back in 2010, who was an ultra nerd, and everyone just ignored him. I was like, all right, I'll get a little bag.
All those nerds are on a yacht right now in Monaco.
Oh, yeah, he's doing well.
Cool. Very nice to have you here, Nathan. Let's dive into it later. Another guest I would love to introduce is Crash. Crash, are you with us? I think most of the people know Crash.
I'm here, man.
The guy actually who turned 50K into 10 million on Bread, on the leading base meme coin. Very well done. GG to that, my friends. Crash, how are you doing today?
I'm doing good. Just looking forward to the day that my $15,000 turns into over $300 million on Brett. We're far from it. So another 30x plus to go before that dream becomes reality.
Diamond handing, baby. Nice. Good job. Great to have you here. Another guest I would like to introduce is AG. He is a speaker, entrepreneur, and investor in Bread as well. AG, are you with us?
Can you hear me? Yay.
I can hear you.
Yeah.
AG, how's it going? Where are you at the moment?
Where am I? I am in Dubai for the next few days and then back to California, but it's good to be here. Thank you for the invite. It's always nice to talk, Brett. Always nice to talk base and memes. And
Cool
so, yeah.
merchandise.
I'm sorry?
Cool merchandise. Do you have some in Dubai right now? Maybe you need to pass by the office and drop us some merchandise here.
Oh yeah, I'd love to. Yeah, let's talk. I think I've actually been to your office before, to be honest.
Really?
I think we might have some mutual friends. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So we need to meet up. You need to give me some merchandise, man. Thank you.
Okay, gotcha.
Okay, cool. Next, I'm not sure. It's Ray. Ray is a Web3 contributor. Ray, are you with us?
Hello, guys.
Hello, Ray. How are you doing today?
I'm doing great. But speech very hot in Shanghai. Yeah, but other than that, it's all good. And very glad to be here to share my insights for meme coins and other topics.
Nice, bro. Nice. Good to have you here, and we look forward to your insights today. Thanks for being here today. Also, I think very interesting as well, we have Ponky here with us, the Solana meme coin, who is actually doing very great in the last couple of weeks and months. Ponky, are you with us?
Hello. It's
GM. How are you doing today?
Doing very well. Just
nice.
watching the chart as always.
Yeah, like the 1 minute chart, like you cannot get your eyes of it. Cool.
The 1 second chart.
Oh yeah. Some degen introduced the 1 second chart. I'm not sure who that degen is at TradingView, but it's interesting. Ponky, very good to have you here, and let's see what we can discuss today. Also, we had another guest, but I'm not sure if he is here with us. I think his internet dropped off, so I might introduce him later, so we can just dive right into it. Guys, thank you very much for making time today to join this live stream. And for the audience at home, of course, at Bybit Web3, we're not doing this without any good giveaway. You know us by now, right? So we have a giveaway. We have 2 giveaways. Giveaway number 1 is, if you scroll down here, you have a poll below here. And if you participate in the poll and you leave your Bybit Web3 wallet with us, if you are logged in, then you maybe stand a chance to share the prize pool. Also, another prize pool is the pump the views. Like, how more views we get, the more prizes we give away. So make sure that you share this that you share the live stream. We have a button here down below to share it with all your friends and family. So that's very cool. And we have another one, because we have a Q&A, right? I mean, we have all those meme and Web3 experts here. So make sure that in the right comment section of this live stream, you ask the questions to us, and we maybe can answer your question. If you have good questions to us, please feel free. We are very looking forward to dive into this live stream. And I see that my guest is back. I think he has good internet right now. Print my mind. Are you with us?
Hey, how's it going, guys?
Hey, GM.
GM.
Print my mind. Can you please give us a very short introduction on who you are and what you are doing?
Hey, yep. So I'm part of the Ponky team. I run the marketing on the Ponky team, as well as partnerships and connecting with great exchanges like you guys.
Thanks for the compliment. Very good to have you here today, and would love to hear all your insights and maybe some small alphas. I don't know if that's possible, but we can see what we can do on this live stream. So guys, I think this is going to be a very cool one. We have Ponky, and we have Brett, and we have amazing guests with all like very good Web3 knowledge here. So please make sure that you ask your questions, because if you want to learn something, you of course need to learn it from the experts, right? And we have the experts here with us today. So first question, guys, I would love to dive into the topic immediately. It's like the trends. What are we seeing into Web3? Can you maybe, guys, share some innovations, some trends that you see that have a significant impact on the crypto community at this moment? The stage is yours. If you have like something to say, please give each other like the room to discuss together. Who's willing to go on the stage first. What do we see? The latest innovations in Web3 space.
Yeah, I think if we're gonna talk about innovations, we gotta talk about the elephant in the room, right? Ponky and Brett, and meme coins in general. I think meme coins have taken the stage and have become the superstar of this cycle. I think everyone is looking for meme coins. Uh, Last cycle, it was a lot of VC tech plays and infrastructure plays. This cycle, we see a lot of AI. Even AI is kind of taking a back seat, and meme coins are the Trojan horse of this cycle.
Mm-hmm. Cool. Yeah. Of course, we have seen like the AI narrative. I think in Q3, Q4, with all the good AI tokens having an amazing price action. And yeah, and of course we have seen some RWA as well. I think.
Yeah, we've seen
Nathan,
the RWA stuff. We've seen the deepen stuff. The AI was really big, like you said, Q3, Q4, but it was. I think it was mainly driven on speculation.
Yeah, man.
Stocks like Nvidia are skyrocketing because of AI, but we
Yeah.
haven't really been able to see crypto adopting. AI. When you talk about AI and you talk about Nvidia. Nvidia makes the chips that makes companies and uh, protocols in IRL real world have uses like OpenAI. You have Sora that's looking to launch. But when it comes to crypto, we haven't really seen AI take 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 the throne or even be able to prove their use case inside of crypto. So I think that's a big reason for the lack of liquidity going into AI plays is because of that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I totally agree. Guys, what do you think of this? I think this is an interesting topic to discuss. I mean, we are all seasoned Web3 experts or like crypto investors. From my perspective, I saw a lot of new projects. And I think this is also like, I wouldn't say a warning, but please, if you are a trader or a crypto investor and you're watching right now, what I'm seeing is that a lot of projects, when they're publishing their white paper or doing their marketing, they use like the fancy keywords, right? Like AI, deepin, what else we've seen? RWA, yield-bearing stablecoins, name it and name it. What do you guys think of this? Like, what have you seen, Nathan? I think you are like a very expert as well in this space. What's your opinion on this?
I mean, the thing that springs to my mind is I sort of wonder if, I'm just going to like play devil's advocate. What if this like huge trend in meme coins is only because Ethereum has been underperforming, right? So like, what if this cycle is just going to be much longer? We've had Bitcoin season, Solana did really well, and then you had Base come in, you had like incredible meme coin action. Ethereum, everyone's forgotten about it. But I've just got this thing in my mind. I'm like, well, what if Ethereum comes back? Does that mean all the OG DeFi things will start like pumping again? I mean, I'm sure meme coins will run too, but I'm not ready to discount the OG kind of DeFi. Even some of the L2s. I'm not ready to like write them off just yet, but I could be wrong. What do you guys think?
Yeah, I wanted to jump in because it's something that we've talked about before, but what really is interesting about the meme coin trend is that it's not that deep, right? Like people are trading culture, and I think that's the most important part of this trend. People can enter into the crypto space for a whole new reason. They're focused solely on the cultural impact of any given meme coin, and it's less about the technical stuff, right? It's less about product delivery or what layer 2 you're on, what incentives there are for layer 2, although there was certainly a lot of action on a chain like Blast. But what is so interesting and inspiring, and I think what has led to the success of both Ponky and Brett is the ways in which we have tapped the culture and kept people engaged through really quality animation, video. In our dialogue earlier before we launched the stream, AJ mentioned that Brett is showing at the Euro. So is Ponky. It was the same deal. We've worked really closely with this team
Nice.
to really solidify our place as the golden child on Solana and that guy on base. Right.
I was
That's
going to
cool.
add to that. And I think Nathan, your point is a good point. I just think it's not just Ethereum underperforming, and then when it performs better, it'll substitute meme coins. I think the entire space, altcoins, everything, all the promises that have that altcoins are gonna, and all these new chains are gonna like cause world peace, and everyone's holding on to their XRP bag for 10 years and nothing's happening. And then all of a sudden we have memes, which is basically internet culture, and crypto had a baby and out came memes, where there's community behind it. There's people that care about the meme. There's people that support it. I believe also when it comes to performance, Ethereum, of course, eventually it will go up, but it's not going to outperform the number one memes on these chains. It just won't. Like for example, Ponky has taken over social media. Brett has taken over social media. They have taken over the fan zones in Europe during the championships right now. Like they're literally taking over when everyone else is promising all kinds of crazy promises and they just can't deliver anything, whether it's regulation, whether it's just like too much of a big dream. I really believe that the simplicity of memes is dominating right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, you
for
have
sure.
low expectations, which means, or you have low expectations or no expectations, which means meme coins really have the ability to over deliver instead of over promise and then under deliver. You know, Ponky and Brett make no promises, but what they do ultimately give is people all around the world confidence. They give people a vision. They give people something to hold and be optimistic about and feel like, yeah, when Ethereum does well, when Solana does well, that these will outperform Ethereum and they will outperform Solana as top meme coins of this entire bull market and cycle. So that's a fact, by the way. A lot of people don't realize this is the number one meme on a blockchain always outperforms the actual blockchain. So let's say Ethereum goes up 3x. Well, Brett is pretty much, and I know Bybit, we got to say, not financial advice, but it's basically guaranteed to go up more than 3x. Actually, okay, if buying pressure stays the same, Ethereum going up 3x will actually raise the value of Brett's liquidity pool by 3x. Because think about it. If Brett's market cap is 1 billion, but ETH goes up 3x, now Brett's market cap is 3 billion because ETH price tripled. And that pair, Brett to ETH, is, ETH is part of that value in the equation there. So yeah, just ETH tripling should automatically make Brett triple if everything stays the way it is. But the reality is what happens is as ETH is going up, part of the reason why ETH is going up is because people are rushing to buy ETH. Why do they want the ETH? Because there's a meme coin craze and bubble. So people go and they buy the ETH. And so that's, once again, that's pushing the price of ETH higher. But then people are taking that ETH and then they're actually using it to bid the number one and top memes on these chains. So now as the ETH price is rising, right, as that liquidity pool automatically is already gaining value. It's, for example, ETH price has tripled, Brett price has minimum tripled, but then people are taking now a $9,000 ETH, they're smacking that into the Brett chart. And so what used to be a $3,000 buy into Brett is now a $9,000 buy into Brett. As that liquidity pool is multiplying in value, but then also people are taking the actual currency that's used to bid on this coin. And now you have this double forced action that just propels things so stupidly, especially because these memes have thinner LPs than Ethereum. It takes less money to move them. But that's the thing. People are buying Ethereum to actually swap into Brett. People are buying Solana to swap into Ponky. And so it's just a crazy upward, spiral momentum, especially in a bull market. And that's why these memes go parabolic and people are rushing to buy the blockchain currency to then swap into the, the blockchain's top memes.
Yeah, and speaking on that point, if you look at last cycle, right, the biggest gas burning event for Ethereum was the Yuga Labs mint for the other deeds. So why is an NFT causing the biggest gas burn on a chain? And you look at ETH price outperforming Bitcoin last cycle when it started moving from 1,000, I think it was 1,000, and just started moving violently. That was a lot. That had a lot to do with NFTs. and people rushing to buy Ethereum to buy NFTs. NFTs are kind of dead this cycle because it's not the new shiny object anymore, and there's no, I feel like meme coins are an upgrade to NFTs because what the NFTs were tokenized pictures, but now you get the same thing with a meme coin, but you get more of a culture that's more relatable to retail itself, right? Like when you think about retail, you think about the normal consumer, people that don't necessarily understand what a tokenized picture is. You had a lot of controversy around it's just a JPEG, right? Yeah, it's just a
Hmm.
JPEG. And that's the reality of it. With a meme coin, it's like, no, it's a token that has value. It's easier to communicate what it is. It's easier on the consumer, it's easier on the project founders, it's easier on the entire space to understand it, it's easier to onboard the future. When it comes to these
Hmm.
protocols, like Nathan was saying, playing devil's advocate about ETH, and the coming it back and the Big Daddy and these protocol, ETH season's not here yet. I mean, dude, you have Mog on ETH, you have Bobo on ETH. These are coins that are probably making up most of the volume on ETH. They're meme coins. Meme coins are the new onboarding vehicle for crypto, and there's a lot of people that are still stuck in the past, and the quicker they get it, the quicker they'll get in front of the Trojan horse and find the fastest horse of this market.
Very true. Very true. Guys, thank you very much all for your insights on current space right now. And I would love to dive into this topic more later. One interesting thing I would like to talk about, and I think Nathan can tell me more about this. We used to see that the crypto space was very PvP. For the people who are not aware what PvP is, it's player versus player, which means if you buy, for example, a token at a market cap of 100K, and someone else wants to buy at 1 million, for example, it's like player versus player, right? Because someone is already aping in or buying the token more as a valuation of 10 times more than the guy who bought at 100K. So there is a concept which is upcoming, and Nathan from Bybit is going to tell more about this, which is called PPP. And I'm very interesting, what does this mean? Meanwhile, also a little bit side note, I see a lot of guys loving Punky in the chat. So very good to see, guys. I also see some very good support from Brett. So I'd love to have your guys' community here. Nathan, can you tell us a little bit more about PPP?
Yeah, thanks, Dirk. Yeah, so this was actually new to me. I've been reading all about it this week, and it seems to come from Meow, the developer or founder of Jupiter Protocol, and I'm sure we've all heard of him and Jupiter. Like a bit of a leader in the space, kind of a thought leader, positive guy. I like him, and he put out a piece, and one of the interesting things he said about it is. PPP, player pump player. So in this situation, we're not trying to outcompete other people. We're not trying to buy the bags early so we can dump it on latecomers. What we're doing is actually helping everyone to win. So if from his article, I can quote him, he says, the hallmark of great communities like Bitcoin, ETH, Solana, and hopefully Jupiter too, have been a community that is very aligned with helping people, helping every single new entrant into the network win, versus treating them as a pile of money to buy their bags. So I was just thinking about some communities that might be a kind of PPP community. I mean, Solana is obviously the one that he was referencing. And I think we saw that when Solana was trading at about $8 following the FTX collapse. And everyone was saying it was dead. And so I hear the story goes, there was a bunch of developers on Solana that were just building, and the community there was just buying tokens, and they weren't expecting to have people come in so they can dump them and make a profit. They were just buying them to support the community because this is something they totally believed in. And I think that's kind of an example of what we are talking about here. there's also another interesting concept that came up, which is mock dupe, which I think is a meme coin that launched on Jupiter. They have this idea of a zero mindset. So instead of buying a coin and they're like, hey, let's go to the moon, we're going to like make loads of money and we're going to sell it for on top of all the new people that come in. Their actually whole mindset is, I'm going to buy this, I'm going to hold it to zero. And that's actually the aim. So they've totally inverted it, and they're having a great time just kind of buying and just vibing and not really caring too much about pumping the price or doing X, Y, Z. So I think this is an interesting development in crypto, and I think it's very new. And I would be really keen to hear people's thoughts on, how can this be encouraged? How could you create a coin that optimizes for a PPP experience for people? Or do you think the whole idea is just not a good one? I'm interested to know what people think.
Yeah.
One side note, I see one guy who is mentioning PPP is punky.
That's a good one.
So to go on that point, we actually had an interview with Jupiter speaking on PPP, and you guys can check that out on Jupiter's YouTube channel. But PPP essentially, when you think about PPP, it's really the culture of crypto encompassed in one acronym, right? Player pump player. Why does everyone join crypto? Everyone joins crypto to make money. So when you create this culture of player pump player, it creates you created a community that starts to synergize with itself, and everyone within the community wants the token to go up. And that's kind of what Meow was referring to when he coined the term. I think Ponky and Brett have perfectly been able to accomplish this. Everyone that's holding Brett right now and that you see in the Brett Telegram, and everyone holding Ponky that you see in the Ponky Telegram, just take a second to read the conversations in a span of 10 minutes. People that come in saying something bad about the price, they'll immediately get swatted out by someone that says, you're not here for the long term. You don't know what you're talking about. Get out of here. It's like that. That's a culture that you create by giving holders confidence and being able to prove to them that everything else out there is not worth. I wouldn't say not worth holding, but that you're the better horse, right? Brett's on base, Ponky's on Solana. But if you look at the competition on either side, they're not competing with these two horses. And the holders that know this, they breathe that PPP environment inside that community.
I want to add to that real quick. I don't think you could have two better projects to represent this topic on stage with you today. Brett and Ponky get along really well. We've got some GIFs featuring the two mascots together. We've had some friendly banter back and forth around the Euro, and we're here today to chat with you. And I think that right there in and of itself is representative of the concept of PPP. We support Brett. Brett supports us. We're doing our own thing, but there's room for both of us to exist. Of course, being on separate chains helps. We're not in direct competition necessarily for the same liquidity. But I think it's a notable story. It's fun to interact with these guys, and it's great to be having this conversation. And when I think about the entirety of the crypto space, I think about the alpha groups that we're all in. I think about a lot of the side conversations and side chats that we have on Telegram and Discord, and a lot of the same folks show up in those. A lot of the same people are chatting about these tokens. And to Prince's point, everyone wants the same thing. We all want to make some money in this space. We all want to have some fun, and everyone wants to win. And that's really what PPP is all about: helping your buddies in your alpha group win.
Very true. Very true. One other trend that we have seen, and I think Nathan can also introduce us in this, it's called BLINKS. I haven't heard of it, but me is being told that it's very interesting, and Nathan can introduce us more about this. Nathan, what are BLINKS?
Yeah, I'm super excited about this. So, I mean, BLINKS is basically blockchain links, and this is a way that you can integrate blockchain payments or blockchain interactions into pretty much like any like web experience, but especially Web 2, and this is especially good for social media. So, for example, on X, if you want to like, I don't know, like you want to put out some campaign and you want to have a chance for people to like donate, you can actually embed a transaction like via a QR code or something. So that automatically like opens your Phantom wallet and gives you all the right details and you just click. I think they also might have it so abstracted. I don't know if this is out yet, but it will undoubtedly come, where you can basically send a blockchain transaction with just a click. So it's totally integrated like, you know, like Google Pay or Apple Pay, but this is all going to be on the blockchain. Now, my understanding is this is only on Solana right now. So I don't know if this is also happening on Ethereum or other chains, but this is actually pretty big, I think. What do you guys think?
Yeah, I think that's huge. I'm a big fan of abstraction. I mean, you know, you look at the crypto space as a whole, and we talk a lot about onboarding and how meme coins are kind of the Trojan horse for onboarding this cycle. But the truth is that onboarding is a very big issue in the space. Normies, you know, they use cash, they use credit, they use Apple Pay. Apple Pay has been around for what, 10 years now? Uh few few years now, and the ease that brought into the masses of being able to pay with your phone is something that once that comes to crypto, I think it opens up floodgates. You know, the tech Blinks as a tech is something that's very interesting, and I'll look into it. We're actually working at Ponky for buying meme coins with credit card. We're working on that tech, and we're working with a lot of different partners in the background to create a seamless application that can abstract all of the crypto jargon that normies, to be honest, really don't care about. You know, they just want to, if they want to buy something, they need a Shopify level experience where, you know, they're already used to it, right? Apple Pay was something that you're already used to having your phone double clicking on your tapping to your phone, and Apple did a very good job of educating their users on how to use it. You know, I think in crypto, we're so focused on the products and all of this, but that we forget that a lot of people don't know how to use crypto, and
Yes.
you'll lose them in the second step. So if you could create products that you could get the user in one step, two steps, and onboard them and be able to educate them seamlessly, I think I think you can have a home run product. And Blink sounds like a home run product. I'm definitely going to look into that and do more research on that, because if if that's what I think it is, and you can abstract all these steps of onboarding into crypto, then GG's.
Mm-hmm. Ray, any opinions?
Yeah, that's yeah, yeah. For Blinks, I want to say, you know, I went to a Solana event last week, and what I can see is in the event, it's not just, you know, investors of Solana or the, you know, the individuals who bought the Solana token. What I can see is the believers of Solana. You know, the people that told me, they said the Blinks is the biggest innovation in Web3 this year. So, you know, I think it really makes sense, because why look back this whole year and to try to find any innovation? It's more about concepts, you know, it's more about stories. It's not actually something you can apply into, you know, like Blinks, you know, you can really make the blockchain more accessible and more convenient for people. Just, you know, it's because in this industry, like the education, mentioned is very important, and also the barriers is another big thing. And I think Blinks just lower the barriers for more people can, jump into Web3, jump into get access to crypto easily. Just like meme coins, because meme coins is already beyond the token itself. I think it's more become a culture. And when people bought meme coin, they enjoy not just making money, they enjoy the atmosphere in the community. They enjoy the everyday LFG, everything that make people feel very excited. And it's not just about the formal emotions, not about they feel they are in the family. So meme coins are also actually lower the barriers for people, to join this venture, to participate in crypto. I think that's very important point. Just like, let's say in the traditional industry, individuals and normal people cannot really participate in the IPO. Yeah, that's why, they decentralized totally changed everything. The IEO, make things, make crypto like more accessible to normal people, individuals. You can just only spend $5, maybe, only $1 to participate everything. Just like what the Bybit Web3 IDEO 2.0 doing right now. And
Yes.
we also very grateful to be the first project to join your IDO, which very appreciate for the Bybit support. So I believe this can totally change the game, and the Blinks is more like the social side for people to integrate with the different functions in blockchain and Web3. Yeah, so now I'm more agree with the believers of Solana said the Blinks is actually the biggest innovation in Web3. Even though you cannot really feel like it's something like AI or a very hard technology, but it's really gonna change something in the world. And I think it's just the beginning, and then there will be more and more new things pump up to change, the traditional way we operate this crypto and Web3. Yeah.
Yeah. You said
Thanks, guys.
something very interesting. Biggest innovation. Biggest innovations in crypto are going to come by abstracting steps from the process. And this is a public service announcement, guys. Like every developer out there, every uh, just you want to launch a meme coin, you want to launch a project in crypto. Where you're really gonna win big is by creating something that is innovative. Create and when I say innovative, a lot of things have already been built in crypto. Look at what Ray just said. The biggest innovation this cycle is Blinks. Why? Because it's abstracting your onboarding people easier. Onboarding the future is how you win big.
I mean, the other onboarding thing that I'm seeing is the Ton thing with their hamster combat, right? Because that's another way of onboarding people where they have like a fun game, they play it offline, and then there's an airdrop, and then you need to get a wallet to get the airdrop, which also seems like quite a clever way. Do you think that's like equal to Blinks in terms of its impact, or do you think, it's maybe more of a fad?
I think any strategy that onboards users and makes users learn, because look, let's be honest, crypto is not as easy to navigate. There's a lot of scams that go on. There's a lot of drainers, and there's so much things, and people need to learn, and people need to pay their tuition, and getting I before look. What's your story about crypto, right? I got scammed maybe 5 times before I was able to work for a project like Ponky and get to the level that I am today. That's the journey. The quicker we could get more people to participate and pay their tuition and uh, become part of everything that's being built in crypto, the quicker that we'll get to the dream that everyone talks about every cycle, and we get bear markets, and then every cycle we're talking about it again. Like, people need to wake up. People need to build more towards that dream. Forget about all these chains and all these things. Hamster combat, that's the sector of ideas that I want to be participating in, that I want people to participate in, communities to look into how they can help. Because yeah, it's a silly game, right? But that silly game is creating events for people to be interested in what we're building. AI, crypto, and all this stuff, it's not really doing that. You can go buy NVIDIA if you want AI, and you'll have the fastest horse of any cycle, because they're building the chips that build AI. That's clear. It's a fact. You want to
Well,
be
let me
correct on things, and if you want to be correct on onboarding hamster combat, is I think it's great. And Ton is Telegram, and everything they stand for, I stand for as well. And I think it's a great it's a great onboarding strategy. As a game, I probably don't like the game. I'm a Call of Duty guy and Fortnite guy, but for as a game, it's not my style. But if it's onboarding people, I'm all for it and I support it.
I was just going to add, do you mind if I add something real quick? I kind of disagree to a point, Print, with the AI thing. I think if we can get some solid tools that actually does stuff for people that gets them engaged. Of course, gaming. When it comes to Ton and some of these other chains, I think base Ton are going to be huge. Like, there's something called Ghost Drive, which is just literally a storage that's on the chain through Telegram, and it's an AI tool as well. I think something like that would be crazy to bring users. Of course, we have Base, which is new. So everything is being built now. A lot is being built on Base. Again, it's cheaper, faster than Ethereum, everything. So I think if anything is dead, it's not AI. I think it's metaverse. I think it's that conversation. I think that's what's dead. Because right now, Dirk, you're here, I'm here, we're in the same country. We see what the conversation is.
Yes.
I was just at the innovation hub here at DIFC. I had the meeting with the Web3, the AI Web3 Summit Festival. I don't know if you know about that, in September, right?
Yes.
It's huge, right? They're heavy in AI, but guess what, bro?
Very true.
They're going to have a panel about memes. You want to know why? Because it's inevitable now. Like, you can't shake it. It's its own asset class now. And the community, the people, and the billions of dollars that are flooding in, it cannot be ignored, even by people that don't understand it. So I'm basically just saying, like, tools that work, not over-promising, simple things that cause people to click, games that are integrated. You know, those tap games, you know, like all these things that people like. I think Telegram will have a crazy day soon. And I think Base has only started. And again, for Brett, I think being at the forefront of Base, number one meme on Base, I believe it's in prime time position.
Cool. Thanks, guys, for all your insights so far. We, of course, dive in later. And for all the people that are watching, thank you very much for watching at this point. We might want to pump up the numbers a bit, so please make sure that you press on the share button here down below and retweet the live stream, please. And make sure that you ask some questions. We have some questions in the comments, I see. Let me dive right into it. Is PPP real, or is it just a fancy name to lure people? Good question. Let's just be no filter here, fully transparent. Guys, what do you think? Nathan?
Sorry, what was the question?
The question is PPP real, or is it just a fancy name to lure people?
Well, I mean, I think it's very real, as we've seen. I mean, these projects, they wouldn't have been successful without a PPP philosophy. You know, like, if you're looking at the guys we've got here, you know, we've got Ponke, we've got Brett, you know, these guys, if they didn't have like a community who was interested in helping everyone win, they wouldn't be here today. They wouldn't be doing as well as they have. I mean, another community you can point to is Pudgy Penguins, you know, some other community that was written off a few years ago. And there was just a bunch of chads in there going, hey, we're not selling, we don't care about the price, we're here to vibe. And like, that's really where the success comes from. So no, I think it's very real. And yeah, you know, check it out.
Cool, cool. Thank you very much. Next question. There are so many questions, guys. I see a lot of funky guys, a lot of Brett support as well. Brett leading meme, funky to 5 billion. Oh, nice. Other than AI, what new technology is possible to integrate into Web3? I would like to answer this one also a little bit myself, because I also would like to share some opinions. What I think was very interesting, which we have seen in Q1, which I think was Ondo Finance was doing a very great job on that one. It was a yield-bearing stablecoin regulated. And this is all non-financial advice, and this is only for educational purpose. So please don't copy us blindly. Do always your own research. It's very important. But with all the regulations that are coming, for example, the Europe laws as well, and we have seen like in other parts of the world as well, I think there is still like some room for improvement of tokenization of financial assets. And I think we are very early in this, and we never know what kind of projects are upcoming in the next months or quarters. But I think this is definitely something, maybe for the next bull run, that the tokenization of real-world assets will be a very big thing. But I'm not sure if it's right now, guys. I'm very curious to your guys' opinion. What do you think of this, the tokenization of real-world assets?
I think it would be so dope if we could just buy a house in,
1
minute, like you could buy a Bored Ape for 500,000 in the bull market, no lawyer needed, right? You just buy the monkey for 500 grand and you have it, you own it, it's verifiable. So if we could do that with houses, it would be amazing. But, obviously there's people around the world working on that, but I still don't know, mostly due to like probably taxes and the government trying to like be involved with everything. How real is it for us to actually have a seamless process where within 1 minute you can truly just own a house, go, get your key and check in? I don't know, but that would truly be game changing, and I hope that would be a possible future for us.
Cool, thanks. Other guys, any opinions on new Web3 technologies that you guys might think that will be an actual use case or actually some improvements into the space?
Yeah, I got one. I think you ever heard ERC 404?
Yeah, there was that one meme. I cannot remember the name.
Yeah.
They're Pandora, right?
Ah, yeah, Pandora.
Yeah,
you had the other one as well.
But they're garbage. So basically, my friend, someone I know, created it on Base, whereas it'll be a launch pad. So it's basically, it'll basically end up being a meme coin attached to a asset. So it's very cool, and it'll be a launch pad. I think that might save NFTs to a certain point. There's no say, but as of right now, ETH NFTs are kind of dead, and I don't really, unless you're a Pudgy Penguin guy, getting into every Walmart in the world. I mean, that's very rare. So when it comes to crazy new tech, I think AI will be attached to it, and I think these big platforms like Coinbase with a lot of users to solve problems. But I think needing blockchain for every little thing in the world doesn't make sense, but using blockchain for some things does. So, and again, I just think memes in general have simplified things and is a force in itself. So innovation, we'll see. I think it has to do with solving people's problems, which AI will. Like me, I was the first digital avatar to perform live at Art Style Festival. Everything, hands, body, full live, which has never been done before. And so having an avatar, imagine me or you right now speaking through an avatar, or it is AI, and we could talk about what we want to talk about, do what we want to do, and speak to millions of people without even us being there. I think that'll mess with influencers pretty good. I just think the next 5-10 years is going to be crazy, guys. So I'm just trying to stay in the front of this technology. As it's like a speed train and I'm standing right in front of it. I'm just trying to to watch where the tech is going, because tech can be built. It doesn't mean it will be implemented. So we have to find out what will actually be implemented. Somebody can build something amazing and it just stays on the sidelines forever. So we have to find out what will actually take root.
Cool. Thanks. Let's dive into some more questions, guys. Please let it coming. Some questions for Brett as well. Let's see. I see that we have maybe some time left as well for some project promotions for Brett, Learnet, and Ponky, because I see that we run out of time, guys, and we're so hyped, you know, about all the topics that we are talking about and innovations and everything that's coming as well. But of course, we also would love to give you some time to, I wouldn't say chill, but present your project on how you want. So let's start with Brett. I don't know who's the one who's going to lead this, but please, I give you 3 minutes each. Is that okay?
Easy money, brother.
Okay, let's
Brett,
go. Cool.
#1 meme on base. If you study the history, #1 memes always outperform their blockchain. So in 2021, SHIB outperformed Ethereum, right? And you know, on Solana, Dog with Hat outperformed Solana. And right now you're seeing Brett on base is outperforming. Well, there is no base coin, but it's going up 950x since I got in. And I think it's going to go up. Well, let's see. I got in around 2 million, 3 million market cap. So I think it's going to go up. How many X's to hit 50 billion market cap? Guys, that's so many X's. I honestly can't even count. Okay, let's do the math with me. 2 million to 50 billion. Shoot, guys, to be honest, my brain can't even do the amount of X's there. So it's a lot. And how does that actually happen is, well, the thing is with base, there is no base coin, right? So now every time someone thinks about base, they think about two things. They think Coinbase and they think Brett. Now, if anyone wants to speculate and bet on the upside of that blockchain, well, if you think about typical how you bet on a blockchain, well, okay, I'm bullish on Solana, so let me go buy Solana. Oh, I'm bullish on Ethereum. Let me go buy ETH. Oh, I'm bullish on base. Oh, there is no base coin. So what am I going to buy? You're going to buy Brett because there is no base coin. There is no way for you to bet on the upside of that blockchain. And in the world right now, everyone is so bullish on base because that's Coinbase's incubated blockchain. Everyone knows that Coinbase is going to onboard 100 million plus of their users into that network. And every single user is worth a certain amount of money. Because you got to think, some users have $20 on chain. Some of them have $1,000 on chain. Some of them, like myself, have over $10 million on chain. And so if you average out, you know, these funds per user on chain, you know, like I said, some have 10, some have 100. And so the average user is worth at least $100, right, on chain when you account for the whales as well. And so right now today on base, there's 10 million users. Wow. Whenever they get to 100 million plus users, that is 90 million new people coming into this network that are not here today. So now you take 90 million new users multiplied by $100 on average that they have at least, right? That's a very low ball, you know, estimate for what the average user is worth. So now you take 90 million new users times $100, that's $9 billion of money that's going to flood into this chain. Now, when $9 billion comes into this network, what is that money going to go to? Well, there's so many options, right? But we know that the #1 meme is going to absorb a lot of that money, right? All that money, like all those users, they have money. And when that money arrives to this chain, it's going to go somewhere. And you know for damn sure that the #1 meme is going to absorb a lot of that money flow. So right now in crypto, if you can anticipate where is money going to come from, where is the hype and attention going to come from, then you can front run it and you can position yourself to make sure that you are going to profit when it comes to you. But you just got to know where to, you know, where to position yourself. And Brett is the surest bet. Brett is the most simple, and it's the biggest brand that everyone thinks about when they think about Coinbase and base now. And so that is your most certain bet on base. And that's why if you're bullish on base, you're bullish on Brett, and you know that Brett is going to perform as long as base performs and grows.
Cool. Thank you very much for the base pitch. looked very good and tempting to buy more right now. No, guys, this is non-financial advice. Please do not go, oh, Bybit's buying bread.
It's not financial advice, but I'm not going to be surprised if Dirk private messages me after this live stream and tells me, "Hey, Crash, I just put in $100,000 market buy."
No comment. No comment. No comment.
I gotta ask a question, Crash. Can I just ask a quick question, Crash? On your journey to 10 million, how many drawdowns did you have to go through? Like, did you ever get to a point where you had like 1 million and then it crashed like 50%? And did you ever have to go through that? I'm just wondering how you managed that.
Dude, I've lost all my money. I don't know, probably 10 to, I don't know. Honestly, I lost count of how many times I lost all my money. But, you know, it's not about how many times you lose. It's about how many times you win, because your wins ultimately are what people will remember you for. And your losses are just part of the journey into getting to your, you know, your wins and your ultimate success. So, you know, take the L's, lose all you want, guys out there. But ultimately, you're going to get better as you lose. You're going to start to pick up on the patterns that led you to losing. You're going to realize, oh, every time I get drunk, I go and gamble on my money. So let me stop getting drunk before I trade. You're going to realize, oh, every single time I'm not actually putting in the hours, you know, I go and gamble and I let my, you know, just my daily lifestyle is shit. So I just randomly just go and gamble on some coins and I end up losing all my money. 3 years have passed by. I've lost all my money XYZ amount of times and I'm sick of it. And you lose, and eventually you realize, okay, this is what I need to change if I'm going to win. I need to stop doing this and that. I've learned now from what's, you know, not working, and you figure out what is working. And so you take those L's and you start to become a winner. So that's why you shouldn't shy away from losses. They're only going to make you more experienced and better.
Mm-hmm.
Thanks, man.
Thanks,
Nice advice.
Yeah, I gotta agree on that. That's the journey of the trader, right? You gotta lose to learn. You gotta pay your tuition, and that's what's gonna get you to the top.
True that. And this is, I think, something I would like to head in on this. This is, like, I think, something that is the most challenging for me, at least, with meme coins. Okay, let's say it like this. Let's say I'm investing in a protocol which is on scalability. I want to lower the fees and has some good TVL and dApps built on it, and there is more coming, right? Then you know in your mind with, okay, in this month, like in Q2 we have this, in Q3 we have this, and in Q4 we have this. So if your position goes down, you know with, okay, it's market circumstances, I know what's coming, I know the team, I know the VCs involved, etc., etc. With memes, before, let's say, Q1 2024, I was always a bit worried, you know, because you don't know what is coming and you don't know like how it will adopt. But right now, with the current market circumstances, with the current narrative, you can just see with, okay, and again, guys, no financial advice, the memes with strong volume, strong KOLs, strong backers, they will most of the time retrace back. And I have to give you an GG for that, Crash, because you have truly diamond hands. I was very early in some meme in this cycles, and I very handed and yeeted my bags way too early. So I have to give you like a very proper GG for this one. Thank you guys for the bread introduction. Right now, I would love to move on to Ponky. I'm not sure who's going to speak. I think Ponky itself. Yeah. Ponky, how are you doing? You still with us?
In. Yeah, we're here.
Cool.
Yeah, you know, like Ponky's uncontested on social media. Ponky is the king of meme content, meme coin content on Instagram, on Twitter. We've adopted a GIF strategy very similar to Pudgy Penguins. Our brand exposure is everywhere. And I think that's a really potent and powerful mix for driving value back to the brand, driving value back to the culture that we're crafting around Ponky that's associated with the Ponky token. We're not the top token on Solana yet. But when you think about the level of brand exposure that we have, the level of engagement that we're able to generate on social, then you can see the opportunity. When people think about Solana, they're going to think about the content that they've encountered in their daily lives, and they're going to think about Ponky because Ponky is everywhere. We've got something like 55 million views of Ponky GIFs that have been uploaded to Tenor, where we're an official partner. We've got 320,000 followers on Instagram, and we've got viral reels on Instagram with tens of millions of views. We've had spaces in the past where teams from Amazon Web Services in like New Zealand have joined to tell us that their entire office watches every new Ponki reel and sends it around the office. You know, these are not your average crypto user necessarily. There's people in their 50s that are looking at Ponki reels and enjoying them and laughing at them and relating to them. And that's really the mission with Ponki, is to be relatable, to capture culture, to capture attention, and that attention drives everything in this space.
Yeah, when it comes to Ponky, we look at Ponky as a marketing machine. I mean, you look at Pepe. Pepe is a Matt Fury character. You look at Ponky, he looks like Pepe, right? But he's not a Matt Fury character. We own the IP of Ponky, and we treat Ponky as a brand rather than just a meme coin. It's something. It's the Mickey Mouse of crypto. He's the character that has broken the ceiling of of crypto Twitter, which is where most meme coins kind of build their audience in, and has transcended that. There's 350,000 organic followers on Instagram. We've taken over Instagram. No meme coin has been able to do that. You look at Dogecoin. How many followers does Dogecoin have? You look at Pepe coin, right? It's at whatever billion market cap it is right now. It hasn't been able to tap outside of crypto Twitter. Pepe as a character himself. And not saying anything negative about Pepe, but the narrative of Pepe is very insidery, right? Like it's an inside meme. You ask your cousin who Pepe is, he's not gonna tell you who he'll probably tell you it's a meme coin before he tells you anything else about any lore of the character, right? So we live in a very tight bubble in the crypto space, and Ponky is here to break that bubble and go on into the world, and just it's a spore. Ponky's a spore that's gonna revolutionize what it is to be a meme coin. The animations. We cracked Instagram through strategies that I'm not gonna share, but we have these strategies to onboard the masses. And you talk about what's bullish about crypto, what's bullish about tech. We're also building tech. We're all our tech is on the back of onboarding. Like this whole conversation has been, I've been very big on onboarding. Like every team call that we have is how can we onboard more people to crypto and do it in a safe way, do it where, everybody wins, PPP, player pump player. We want everybody to win. We want everybody to understand crypto. We want to onboard as many people as possible from every corner of the world, every age bracket. Ponky wants to do that, and that's, I think, what makes Ponky special, and what's gonna
Cool.
it's what's
Yeah.
gonna close the gap.
Mm-hmm.
Last
Cool,
thing I
cool.
want to quickly say about Ponky too, just imagine that when we're able to activate our Instagram audience and turn those 300,000 folks into holders of Ponky, what could that do for us? What could that do for the token? I don't think that there's a world in which we don't bring those people into this space, bring those people into Ponky, and truly convert them into holders of the token and partners in the Ponky community.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and how do you do that? You do that through branding. You do that through clothing. You do that through signing deals with artists. You do that through building culture. Tokenized meme coins are tokenized culture, and nobody does it better than Ponky when it comes to culture. We understand culture at a different pace. We have 7 chessboards of and we're playing all of them.
Cool. Guys. I understand that we all very bullish on the meme coins, and I love the discussion. There's also one other project who are willing to pitch like a couple of minutes. LayerNet, it's up to you.
Hello, guys. Yeah. So our project is called LayerNet, and we are actually building the gaming layer on Telegram. Like you can all see that, the Tone ecosystem is super popular right now. And just like we mentioned about all the, the mini games, and the model they are building is make it more easier for people to join this Web3 venture to access to crypto and game is actually very easy. You just click, invite friends, just make the point. So we also release our first mini game called Netcoin, and guys can have a look, and we welcome all the feedbacks. And yeah, we truly believe, the transparency and fair launch is the key to success, not for just the projects, but also for, all the, crypto related things, because the decentralized world needs mindset like this, not like a VC coin. That's why we also define us as half the meme coin. The main reason is we're not the VC coins, and we are building a huge community. And just like we, really believe the PPP, not the PVP. We encourage people, to pump people, not just, make money from, each community members, which is not really make sense. And yeah, we also, like I said, we're very glad can join Bybit to do the IDO together. And because we really believe the model is the key of the innovation. It's never the technology and stuff, because only the normal things that make people, feel very convenient, make their life easier will be the, the key innovation. Just like, the Bybit IDO platform can make people just, to invest or to join the different projects easily, more transparent and more fair, of course. Yeah. So yeah, we are, very glad on board, and thank you for the support. And also, I, hope everybody, the audience, don't forget, don't miss out the big chance to follow on the Tone ecosystem and also the Bybit IDO platform. Yeah. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you for your show, man. Thank you. So guys, there is also one other thing that I would like to see, because there is like I'm dropping my bottles of water. There's also a trading competition going on between Punky and Brett, which is very interesting, which starts today actually, 8 a.m. UTC, Friday, 12th July. It's presented by Bybit Web3 DEX Pro. I'm looking if I can share my screen. Let me check. I'm a tech guy, but this is challenging for me, guys. I'm kidding. Present screen. How do I do this? Let me check. This one. Sorry, guys. You can see my screen, right? Is my wallet not doxed before you all guys see all my Punky and Brett holdings? No, okay, no doxed wallet. Okay, so here it's the ultimate meme coin arena, and we have like a training competition ongoing between Brett and Punky. As you can see, there are like a few different tasks that you need to do. Follow Bybit Web3 on Twitter, like that's like the start. But I assume that you all guys already follow Bybit Web3, because if you're not doing man, then you are really missing out. Then you really have FOMO. Next thing what you really need to do, follow Punky Soul and Based Brett on Twitter. And then after that, you can trade at least $300 of the tokens, and just like all the information here. And you need to do it on Bybit DEX Web Pro. Let me show you if I can do it right now. I don't want to dox all my tokens. No, okay. So here it's basically a DEX, right? I'm not sure if you guys are familiar with a couple of DEXs. And here you can trade the token itself directly from the Bybit Web3 exchange, which is very easy and user-friendly with the Bybit Web3 wallet. With integration, you just deposit Sol if you, for example, want to trade Ponky, or you just deposit Base if you just want to trade, you deposit ETH on Base if you want to trade Bread. I'm sorry, quite confused. Where is it? It's on Base. Here, volume is good though. And here you can trade Base as well. So let me go again. I was sharing the wrong screen. What a noob. So if you guys do this, you can share up to $25,000 worth of Ponky or worth of Bread tokens. Guys, I think, there's one other thing I need to mention. It's the same thing. It's like the Bybit Web3 Airdrop Arcade. And this is also very interesting because what I have experienced, like in my own experience, was that, let me share my screen again. Present, share screen. Airdrop Arcade. This one, yes. This is Bybit Web3 Arcade, Airdrop Arcade. And let me explain this very easy for you guys. As you know, there are airdrops in crypto. And for the people that are not aware of what airdrops is, I will explain it very easy. If a protocol, for example, is in the test phase, you want, of course, to have data. Because with data, you can improve your protocol, you can improve the transaction speed, you can improve the privacy, etc., all the dynamics that the protocol has to offer. Because they need test data, they will reward users for using the protocol. We have seen amazing airdrops up to millions US dollars if you were using like very early in the protocol. But the problem is that it's becoming more advanced and challenging for the normal user to farm airdrops. Meanwhile, you are competing against very professional airdrop farmers and even teams and bots and name it. For this, we have made this all easy, guys, for you with Bybit Web3 Airdrop Arcade. Here we have a couple of tasks that you need to do, and you can share up into a mystery pool of Bybit Web3, which is very easy to use, and I use it myself as well, because then I have not like all the headache with farming airdrops. We already have done the Q&A, and I can see that we are running out of time as well. Last call to action, need to check. Livestream, stand a chance. Make sure, guys, that you fill in the poll because this live stream giveaway also runs up after this live stream, so very interesting. Nathan, I believe that you are going to do the closing mark. Before you do that, I would like to thank all the guests, Ponky and Brett as well, for all your time. Please make sure that you give these guys a follow on Twitter as well. We will make sure that we tag them because those guys really can drop some alpha and some good views on the market. Thank you very much that I was your host for today, or co-host, I need to say. Nathan, can you close it up for us?
Yeah, thanks, Dirk, and like thanks for doing such a great job. You know, this has been super fun. Always enjoyed doing this, and I think like the one thought I'm left with is, you know, I feel like these meme coins and some of these creators we've had on the chat today, they're kind of like the lead artists that are creating a new culture. You know, like when I was young, I was coming up in London. You'd go to some of these like really like rough areas, and there would be just these artists on like the front lines, like taking over abandoned warehouses and doing just mad things. And this like really like invigorated that area, and like from that like new culture was born. And I feel like this is what we're seeing here. We're like super early days. You know, AJ, you're from Print, you're from New York, right? So like, you know, this sort of stuff was happening back in the day, and now it's happening online here.
I grew up New York City in the 90s, 2000s. The culture, I've seen all the culture.
So right now it's happening here on Web3, Bybit Web3 and beyond. So thanks a lot for tuning in, and I'll see you later.
Thanks, guys. Thank you very much. Nathan, thanks for your closing. Do you still want something to say? Someone like has someone maybe even some closing words as well? AG,
Yeah, I just
you
want to
want some?
say, everybody,
Please.
thank you for having us. And Ponky, Brett, Top Coins, you just
I think I
these
think
are the
I think
fastest horse.
I think AJ should close us off. I just have to say, not financial advice, but Brett is going to 50 billion to 150 billion market cap. Call it crazy and watch it happen. Thank you.
That's fun. That's fun, bro. It's going to 100 bill.
Yeah, we should actually just close on that, Crash. But I guess what I'll say, closing thoughts on the idea of memes. We talked about memes a lot. Not all memes and teams of these memes are created equal. Like, it is risky, so be careful. But you cannot deny where Ponky and where Brett has come, and what they've achieved, and more. There's more than that. But I mean, especially on Solana with Ponky, especially on Base with Brett, and I really feel it's only the beginning. During this last dip, I mean, look at Ponky and look what Brett has held up. While everything is down 60, 70%, they're holding tight. I mean, it's really incredible what they're doing. And if another sign of approval on these memes is what? UEFA. So you may not like memes, but UEFA just said okay to have memes affiliated with the Championship League. So, I mean, to do your own research, find out what's going on. But I'm super proud of what I am carrying. I do hold both, full transparency. Definitely excited about Brett and Ponky's future and memes in general. So I would just, take your time and study.
Thanks, guys. Thanks. And please, again, this is non-financial advice. Do always your own research. One suggestion for me, if you are trading memes, this is non-financial advice, wait for a dip. Wait for a dip, because a dip always will come. As just something I would like to say, because I FOMO'd in on a lot of tops, and sometimes it was good, but sometimes also not. So please make sure you always do your research. Non-financial advice. That's it, guys. Thank you very much. See you guys next time at the next live stream, and enjoy your weekend. Bye-bye.